Hi, it's Xavier, and welcome to my bonsai retreat. We've got a few more larch to do, and I want to show you this one because I think I've modelled it on a fairground attraction ride. You know those ones where the arms used to spin around? You know, it's called the Octopus or something. This is how it is right now, but to try and understand how we even got to this point of weird wiring, have a look at this.
We have a bit of fun today. I've got a larch that I've had since 2000 and whatever, and I've had absolutely no idea what to do with it. When you look at it in detail, you'll see what I mean. It's you know, you think when you look at it, you think, oh, that's got some nice shape, and maybe remove a branch. That might be the answer, and that probably is the answer actually. And the main issue is, if you look in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally, there's 5 that seem to originate almost from the same point. I mean, the obvious one is to remove this branch here. If you look at the way it comes out, it would be the one you would remove. I just thought I want to have a bit of fun with some wire. I don't know how this is going to look, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell me at the end of it. Maybe the answer will be I'll take this off, bring these all up here. Got loads of wire on it. This is really random. Basically, I will look at the direction that the wire has been applied, and it is being random, and I'm going to just see what we're going to do with it. Doubled up here, so the wire's going that way, so I have to turn that way. Okay, well, I think we've already seen that I'm not going for the broom, so we've done something with that. Interesting. What we are doing is creating interesting levels. So we want to drop this one down probably. Probably need to flatten that one out a bit. Okay, well, it's different, it's definitely different, it's open in there. Maybe the front's going to be in there actually. Oh, yes, I'm doing the wire the wrong way around. That's better. Remember, at the moment I'm just trying to play around with it to see how it comes out, so it's not going to fit a traditional bonsai style. Hope you're enjoying the music. One of the issues I'm having to try and deal with is I want to try and always have 2 budding points coming. See, I'm alright on this part of the tree, here, nice 2 set there, but here, there's cones, and I could ideally do without those being cones there, so I'm going to have to get a little bit more wire and manipulate those around, I think. I've been sort of wiring stuff out, and it'll be interesting how the buds react, trying to create some different planes and angles. It's definitely creating more levels now to look at, but it's this top bit now because I'm wondering whether I can pull this over and maybe that one up, something along the lines of that. Obviously that creates a horrible right rigid bend there, which we do not want. I'm trying to twist it. Just there you can see I've pretty well ring barked it, which means we either see whether or not something lives on that, or we just remove it. No, that's gone. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves, it's gone. Okay. I'm looking at that now, and now what I'm seeing is if these branches just lifted up, we could take that centre core off. Okay, well, I've had a bit of fun with that and some wire, and no, I had absolutely no idea where I was going, and it's, put it this way, it's a lot better than it was. The only option I had with that before was a raft, or removal of some branches. It would look a bit boring, so I thought let's see where we go with this. It's certainly different from where it was. I actually look at it and go, wow, that's interesting, and it's got a lot of potential to go different places. The bin not being one of them. Give it a spin. I mean, what I can say, it's got so many different dimensions and levels and layers. You know, you see these trees in nature that just grow organically. It's funny how they do that, isn't it? It's almost like they're meant to. I find that really interesting now, and hey, maybe I do take off that and we sort of have this structure trying to fill it all in, and we get this sort of umbrella style.
Okay, so clearly I'm going to be having a bit of fun with this, but right now I've checked all the wire points, and it is interesting, the shape from it. I'm not sure it's particularly representational of anything you might see in nature, but then most of what I do isn't really that representational. What I am going to do, we've got some long shoots in here, and although I'm keen to try and keep vigour in the tree, I'm also very aware that that's not going to be particularly useful to me, and I need to try and encourage more back budding anyway. So I'm just going to take this all the way back. Do the same here, where what I'm looking for, maybe there. It's longer than I would normally go, but if I can try and encourage some flush from that, I'll be really happy. And I'm just going to go around and look for natural bud points so that I get a minimum of 2 buds coming from each of these. And I'm really going to be forcing it out a lot wider, and then eventually take it back in a lot closer, depending on what sort of back budding results we get. This one here, it's the lowest branches, so all I want is a nice double set of buds. Got one here, one here. I'm probably going to take it all the way to here. And there's equivalent point there. Again, a couple of buds either side. This great big long length, ideally I wanted a bud from that side, but it didn't happen. And this is looking, you see this often with larch, where it's dried up inside, and what you often find is that inside there is a little caterpillar or a bug, and you'll find caterpillars get in there and basically destroy the candle. And on this one, again, on this one as an example, we've got 2 bud points very, very close to each other. One's there and one's just behind it, so that's good. There's 2 bud points on this one, which is really good, right in close where my scissors are, 2 opposite each other. So although it's pointing upwards, it may well give me some options further up in this in this fairground attraction ride. And I'm just taking the tips off here. I'm quite happy for there to be longer growth, because I may well wire these downwards and create, from longer growth, actually create an apex coming down this way. Probably not the most exciting bit of work I've done, but I think what I'm saying here is sometimes where you've got trees that you really have no obvious easy. I mean, I could have done a raft or something with it, and I may still remove this middle bit here and thing, but hey, have a bit of fun with some of your trees sometimes and just see what you can create. And it's amazing how from going from daft and nutty to a year or 2 further on, more development, you start seeing something higher up, and then you start removing branches that you would never have considered earlier on. It's amazing how you can actually develop something quite natural and decent looking. But there's nothing stopping you having some fun, doing some, as Andy might say, some bonsai crazy type ideas. Well, here we are, it's the 5th of November, and we always remember the 5th of November. But here it is, and against the blue background it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks vaguely like a bonsai. In terms of what died and what lived, obviously we've got all the fronds and stuff like that are starting to yellow off. I've checked with the wire, and obviously it's been on since May. No areas where I'm particularly concerned about it cutting in. I don't envisage a massive amount of vascular growth through the winter, so
I'll look at it, but I'm going to leave the wire on for now, and I would imagine that that will be the first job that will happen in the spring. So I think we'll call it quits there. I hope you've enjoyed something in this. Never give up on your trees. It's amazing. If you have something that you just have no idea and it hasn't cost you a lot, go to town with it. Your tree, especially if it's young, enjoy it. See what you can get from it. And looking down as I am from here, I'm quite happy with the prospects that are here with this. The worst case, it's got a cracking silhouette. So if you've liked this, hit the thumbs up. If you want to pass this on to someone else who loves Japanese Larch, then you've got to share it. And if you haven't subscribed, please, humbly, I ask you, hit the subscribe button. I promise not to let you down. And while we're at it, if there's anything that you'd like covered, or there's something you want updates on, then whack something down in the comments. I've got so many trees that I work on through the year. I do my best to try and do update videos, and I've got one planned, but there's just so many. So if there's a particular tree you want to know how it's going, let me know, please, please. So from Xavier, all the best, happy bonsai, and God bless. Cheers.